Ironheart had some changes which you probably didn't realize, and it actually worked in Ironheart's favor. Very interesting twist on things when it comes to Kabam, and a rare Kabam W in this, but not from what you think. Okay, let's kind of go over what the weird rubbish is happening here. Okay, so you probably noticed on the release notes, or maybe you didn't, that there was an issue that was fixed with Ironheart's SP1 vulnerability decreasing damage dealt rather than increasing it. It's difficult to explain this in kind of layman's terms, because people may have logged on in the last 24 hours and have seen stuff like this, where you're like, okay, her SP1 used to, and by the way, just kind of like, just throw it out there, I don't have Ironheart at any given rarity that is usable or kind of translate to a video. There's my Ironheart, like that's what I would, if I had a joke thing from Fairly Odd Parents. So you might have looked in game, or you might have looked at Ironheart, noticed the SP1, noticed something like this. The final hit was inflicts a non-stacking vulnerability passive, reducing physical and energy resistance by 1,248 or whatever, depending on the rarity you have, for 20 seconds, and pauses repulsor debuffs for additional 8 seconds. You then kind of notice that's not the case. You're now noticing this is the case. Well, the final hit also inflicts a non-stacking blah, 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 blah. 650. Okay, so 650 is not 1,248. You can see there. But what it was doing was something weird. It was, an Ironheart was, and launched with a long-standing bug. So I'm going to jump over to Simula's video. Fantastic video. Link is in the description. Go and check it out. I will be paraphrasing some things, but basically covering this point right here. We'll have a look at some of the footage from Simula's video as well. He says, as many have noticed and have pointed out, the current corrected vulnerability potency is a much lower value than the previous one. I asked about why the value changed so much, obviously to Kabam, and there are two reasons for this. First, the formula that handles those types of values works differently for a positive number, the correct one, versus a negative number, the incorrect one. Secondly, there was an issue with how the info page was displaying the value. To summarize, there was no additional change to the potency of the vulnerability beyond the correcting it from a negative value to a positive one, which actually works out better for the positivity and rotation of Ironheart in general. Now, what we're going to do right now is have a look at some snippets from Simula's video. But as I said, go and check out and give Simula's support in the description. So what was pointed out in the video was the kind of prefix versus the postfix on the extent of pace, damage, potency, as quickly as you can. Like basically, you can see here, there's definite difference in incinerate ticks versus one versus the other from prefix to postfix. And as well, what is noted in the video is that there is a definite notice of quicker pace, higher damage, and you can see right here, and whether or not it's RNG, I'm not going to argue semantics on stuff. Is it better incinerate damage? Possibly. Is it better that there's an 89 crit versus in this video that there's I think like a 60 crit, so there's a bit of a difference in there's like 68k crit there, an 89 crit k that there, so there's a bit of a difference. But then you can see the extent of incinerates, like the incinerate damage there is 345 that were placed. I assume that's how it works, and 61k versus 336. 92k, so there's a bit of a difference between 92k and 61k there on the incinerates in comparison. Sorry if this looks microscopic on the screen, it's just trying to grab as much info as possible. But yeah, you can definitely see like a difference there on the amount of incinerates. That's 336 incinerates, the 92k, that is 345 incinerates, 61k. So you can see there's a definite change and improvement with the champion in action. Simula goes on further to kind of showcase that point. Again, if you want to support Simula, please do subscribe to his channel. Go and check out his content. Fantastic stuff over there. But of course, you see the extent of damage potential that is increased as a result, especially from the methods of rotation and whether or not, and he did go so far as to test out those rotations. He pointed out that you could see a definite improvement in the amount of time and health pool kind of takedown by going through either, and depending on the rotation, an SP1 only rotation, or in some cases a more preferable rotation of the SP1, SP2 complete smackdown on enemies, which hey, we all like doing that. And I would one day like to do that with an Ironheart, because there's a path I really want to do in Epic of Pain that would really be beneficial for that champion to be in my roster, and it's not, so I have to think outside the box. It's not good, I have to do that, but it is what it is. Anyway, that's hopefully clarified that situation. It might seem weird, the difference of numbers, which we pointed out in the video, and of course pointed out, shout out to old friends for pointing out the difference in what is now versus what was before, the 1, 2, 4, 8. And of course, depending on rarity, I'm not quite sure what this is. Is this a rank 2 7-star, rank 1 7-star? Is this a rank 6 ascended 6-star version? I don't know, but I definitely know there's a definite value change. It's nothing to be scared of. Everything's fine. In some cases, it even looks like the champion's going to do more damage, especially over things like resistance to incinerates or just general smacking them down. Seeing some better crits, maybe. Hey, debatable. Anyway, that has been it for the video. A little video on Ironheart. I'm going to now work on tomorrow's MCN. Check out some other content located on screen and have a lovely day whatever you're doing. If you're just waking up or in a moment going to bed, which I will be. Bye.